Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer channel episode, and this one is a little bit late. I'm hoping people are making it. I'm hoping the notifications are getting out because this is my version of yesterday's chat rescheduled. So first of all, I want to say that we have a lot to discuss, and I'm going to try and get as many stories done as we possibly can very, very quickly, because we have a lot of stories to get through. Lots happened yesterday that I was going to talk about. Then lots happened in the evening time of yesterday. So we have lots of Meghan news, we have Balmoral news, we have everything going on. So I'm going to be talking about all of that. I want to start by saying thank you so much for everyone who has been so understanding about me having to literally cancel last night's chat so suddenly. And I explained briefly in that video, also in my weekly vlog that's coming up on my other channel, Elliot's British Life, tonight in how long? 3 hours time. I will explain a little bit more. And to the patrons in Patreon, thank you for joining this week. I know I've redone my Patreon, and I did share in a little bit more detail in the live chat that I did for patrons, and I did put a bit more of a detailed update on Patreon in a little bit more depth. So yes, just thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for all the comments. I really do appreciate it. Now I'm going to go straight away and find the chat room. Unfortunately, royal life doesn't stop for anyone's problems or anyone's issues. It just carries on. It is its own machine. It is the royal machine, and it keeps on going regardless of anyone's troubles. So here we are. And I have a lot to catch up on. So really, this kind of chat, I am also going to be taking your comments and things as well, because my notes from yesterday are kind of a little bit all over the place. I have some links to kind of read through and share pictures. But basically, if you want to talk about anything, just post a comment, and I'll try and get to it as good as possible. Thank you to Carolyn. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you to everyone who's sending me all good wishes. I can see them all here coming. Tonya says, so very nice that the Duchess of Sussex was there to support her friends. Okay, let's start off with the slew of Meghan news that came in. So basically it transpired that the press got wind that she had hopped on a flight. Now they did of course stress that it was a commercial flight. They had to do that, didn't they? So they stressed that it was a commercial flight, and they said that they'd obviously heard reports of that she had flown on her own solo to New York to watch Serena, rather to support her friend Serena Williams in that tournament. Now they didn't know any further details. They hadn't got any pictures. They hadn't got any photographs of her on and off the plane. So she'd managed to board and disembark without being seen, without being papped. And of course, in the customary press way, they put out an advert basically. If Meghan was on your flight, contact this number or this email address. So I don't think anyone did, because I don't think they've reported anything else about the flight. So not that I've heard, although I did have a bit of a down day yesterday, so I may have missed something. Tell me if I've missed something. But I don't think they got any details coming forward from people on the plane. But it is probably expected that she flew in first class or business class, which would have kind of, you know, segregated her a little bit from the majority of people on the plane. So I'm really glad that she got there relatively unnoticed by the press, and of course she was seen on the Saturday supporting Serena, and I've got some photographs to review. I mean, you've all seen them already, I've seen them already, so it may seem a little bit kind of late to the market, but anyway, I will give my review on what she looked like, because I know a lot of people want to hear that kind of thing. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the price of clothes and all that business, but she looked good. I loved her hair. It was down and very natural. And I'm looking at the photograph now. You know, the one where she's clasped her hands together like this, and she's obviously, you know, supporting and cheering Serena on. And she's wearing what looks to be like a denim shirt with some sunglasses tucked down in the crook. Now I do that. I put my sunglasses there too. So we're on brand again, aren't we, Meghan? We share a hat and we share a way of putting our sunglasses, because I do. It's the best way. Put your sunglasses in your bosom. It's the best way of doing it. So Meghan, I completely agree with you. That is the best place to put sunglasses. Now, people also picked up on the fact that she was wearing a new piece of jewellery. It looked like little tags. It was a golden tags, and apparently they were embellished with the initials H and A, obviously for Harry and Archie. Now, to be honest, I looked at this. I don't know whether it's my eyes or not, but I couldn't make out a H or an A. It probably does. It's probably just me with my weird eyes. But anyway, the photograph is really blurry because obviously they've zoomed in several times closer. I mean, I can vaguely make out something. It's definitely some kind of lettering or a symbol or something. But hey, if they say it's a H and an A, I'm quite happy to go with that because it makes sense, and why wouldn't she? And again, I think Meghan is copying me. I really do, because I have a dog tag necklace or chain that I have worn for years and years and years and years. I've had mine about 6 years, and it's got my name on and all the rest of it. So Meghan and I are on brand. We wear our sunglasses in the same way. We have the same hat, that kind of you know, the sun hat that she wears, and we have dog tag chains. The only thing I don't have is her bank balance and a royal residence, and a title, which I would quite like. So so yes, Meghan and I are quite simple. Meghan, stop copying me. I know what you're doing. You're watching my videos and you're copying me. I know. Of course, flattery, you know, is the best. No, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my goodness. Emulation. Emulation is the best form of flattery. Copying is the best form of flattery. And of course, I've got billions of subscribers these days. So I think Meghan might be one of them. Anyway, going down the photographs. She's also wearing, is it a coat or a shawl? I think it's a coat. Yes, it was a J. Crew dress. And yes, it is a coat. And I think the coat is great, J. Crew as well, I do believe. And it's listed as aviator shades. And I'm looking at the photograph of the lovely Anna Wintour in the background. Does she ever take those sunglasses off? I don't know. But I'm having flashbacks to when Anna Wintour sat next to the Queen in the fashion show. Who knows? Maybe Anna Wintour might be invited if Meghan has a fashion show for her capsule collection. I don't know. Maybe she'll maybe Anna Wintour might feature the collection in Vogue. Oh my goodness, I've made a prediction. Anna Wintour and Meghan, literally a row apart. Did they talk? Did Meghan try and get Anna Wintour to feature her capsule collection for Smartworks in Vogue? Ooh, I may be onto something. That's my prediction. I am predicting that Meghan was doing a bit of networking as well. So yes, don't be surprised if the Smartworks collection is not featured in Vogue. You've heard it here first. That's my prediction. Mystic Elliot predicts. There we go. So I'm just going down the photographs. I mean, it's just Meghan kind of hugging and kissing lots of people and greeting them. She's wearing all of her rings, her nice, all of her lovely rings. Yeah, looking very good and gorgeous and quite fresh, I have to say. Kind of new mom chic, new mom fresh. Now, unfortunately, Serena didn't win, did she? We all know by now Serena didn't win. And some people, I've seen articles branding Meghan Serena's bad luck charm. Now, I don't believe in all that superstitious claptrap. So no, I don't think Meghan is Serena's bad luck charm. But hey, at least they enjoyed themselves at the tennis. And that's kind of it, really. Not too much else to say about it. Now, I think she was flying back today. It was only a short trip, and obviously Harry was left with baby. So it's like, what was that movie where it was just a man left with a baby? I'm forgetting myself. Yeah, it could have been like that. I would love to see a Harry vlog with baby. Prince with baby. I would like to see that. That would be quite interesting. And lots of talk as well about Meghan apparently wanting to break the internet and snubbing the Queen at Balmoral. Again, I mean, I don't think snubbing the Queen is quite the right thing to really say. We don't think that they've been to Balmoral. I mean, we don't know for sure if they've not been to Balmoral. Although probably technically not. I mean, I'm trying to work out time frames. They were away quite a lot in the summer. It's not impossible that they couldn't have slipped in unnoticed for a few days, but it's probably leaning to the fact that they didn't. But oh, Mr. Mom, yes, I've just seen H.A. Bracken's comment. Mr. Mom, yes, Harry's the new Mr. Mom. That should be a TV series. Who would tune in to watch that? I think I would. So, as you can tell, I'm trying to have a bit of fun tonight. I've had a bit of a down few days, so I'm trying to have a bit of fun. I'm trying to keep this light-hearted. But yes, I don't think they have been. There's still time. They still could go in October. The Queen is there, you know, for another number of weeks. So there is still time for them to go. But I don't believe the story that was going around in the press about the reasons for not going. I don't believe it's because one of the main reasons that was being bandied around was that Archie's too young. Now, how on earth could they say to the Queen? I mean, just think of it literally. How could you say to the Queen, we can't go up to Scotland because Archie's too young, but by the way, we've already been to Ibiza and the south of France. It doesn't work, does it? So that's just a stupid press story. It's just one of those silly season, you know, just designed to get people uptight. So no, I mean, Harry and Meghan aren't stupid. They would not say, we can't go up because Archie's too young, when it's publicly known that they've been to Ibiza and they've been to the south of France. So no. I don't know what the reason is why they haven't been. They know the reason. They alone know the reason. And it's probably something completely innocent. But obviously people's minds jump to the negative, and it's probably just something really, really innocent. It could even be timings. It could even literally be timings. But no, I don't think the Queen feels snubbed. I don't think, you know, she's had loads of family there. Would it be nice for the Queen to see Archie at Balmoral? Yes, but don't forget they live really, really close at Windsor. The Queen spends the majority of her weekends at Windsor Castle. Frogmore is on the Windsor estate, so the Queen is likely to have already seen lots of Archie that we don't know about. So I don't think the Queen is really missing Archie time. I mean, it would be nice for her to see him up at Balmoral, you know, in Scotland, but hey, I don't think that she's missing out on Archie time, and I don't think she feels snubbed. No, I really, really don't. So anyway, unless anyone's got any further pressing questions on Meghan going to the tennis. Oh, by the way, I did have a little bit of gossip about Serena in New York, exclusive gossip, which I did reveal on my patron-only Friday chat. So if you haven't checked that out, go and find out what Serena was up to in the hotel. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I have an inside source. I really do. So yes, go and find out what Serena was up to. It might not surprise some of you. Then again, it might surprise some of you. I don't know. Kelly, my nan, is bearing up. Candice says, now Meghan is a bad luck charm. What next? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe maybe they're going to say that Meghan transforms into, I don't know, a toad every night, and she ribbits around Frogmore, haunting the Queen. Maybe that'll be the next. I don't know. HM the King says, I'm sure the Queen, as a nan, loves the fact that she's in all her family's business and always knows where they are. She does indeed. The Queen has them. She has them on whatever. whatever scanners she has them on. Yeah, no, the Queen does know, you know, where all of her family are at all times. Lydia says they will always have negative things to say about how lovely Meghan. Her Majesty loves all of her grandchildren, including their spouses. I agree. Harry and Meghan must have discussed sensibly with Her Majesty. Yes, they would have done. And just going back to your point, you know, she's been spending time up at Balmoral this week with Peter Phillips and his wife Autumn. So yes, she loves all her grandchildren and their partners and her great grandchildren. So yes. Lisa, thank you. Eldipun says, tell me I'm not your patron yet. Give me a day. It's only one piece of Serena Williams gossip, but it is true because I have a witness from the hotel. One of my friends was staying there and she saw Serena Williams doing something in the hotel. So yes, I did reveal on Friday. Diepad says, I think Serena becomes nervous, lots of pressure. And Alicia's, well, it is lots of pressure, it is. Alicia says, what did Serena do in the hotel? I'm not saying here. Delphine says, hello, from Potomac, correct, Potomac, USA. Sharona says, just had a look at Meghan's necklace. It 100% has a H on one, but can't see the other. I will go with you. My eyes are not, you know, maybe not 100% sharp, so I will go with, I couldn't make it. It just looked like a big blurry squiggle to me, to be quite honest. But I will go with you on that one. It makes sense. I will go with it. Eileen says, maybe the Queen has a clock like Ron Weasley's mom. Oh, the Queen like Ron Weasley's mom. Yes, I'm loving it. Lisa says, spill the tea. I did spill it. I spilled it on Friday. Delphine says, I have to come visit you in the UK. And you do. I'm still planning a group cruise at some point. Hector the King says, Patomac. Oh, what? What on earth are you on about? Pam G says, hi from Martinez. Edith says, be careful of what you say about the transformation to a frog. The Tarots will take you serious. Oh, let them. Oh my goodness, can you imagine if that rumour started from here? I would have to give myself my own black fan flat, wouldn't I? But it would prove that they watch me. Wouldn't it, my dears? It would prove that they watch me. So there you go. Look out for that rumour starting, and then you can tell me to black fan flat myself. Delphine says, oh my god, you said my name first time. I love you. Well, I think that's quite an easy name to say. I've seen worse. I've seen more complicated. Let's put it that way. Southern Bell says, yes, Harry went to Balmoral in 2016. He did, but I mean, it's reported he's not been for a number of years. But like I say, we don't know entirely. I mean, it's not without the realm of possibility that they could have slipped in and slipped out somehow. Hayden says, how to say, oh, Potomac. Say it in a slow West Coast accent. Petermac. Is that it? Petermac? I don't know. Doreen says, Harry and Meghan were both at Balmoral with the Queen last year. Well, they reported it, but then they backtracked because this year they've said they haven't been for 2 years or whatever it is. So I don't think they really knew last year. It could have been a silly season story from last year. So be careful on that one. The bottom line is we don't know, basically. I don't know, you don't know, they don't know. No one knows apart from them and the Queen. Darlene says they can't all go to Balmoral. Will and Kate didn't go last year. I can't remember if they did or not. I can't remember. I think they may have done, did they? I think they may have done. I've got visions, although I may be getting my years mixed up. But I think they did. But yes, the family is growing with the number of grandchildren, great-grandchildren. You know, there is limited space. I have said that before. It looks massive, but there is limited space. But who knows the real reason why they didn't go? But it's probably just innocent. It's probably just 3 men and a baby. Yes, John S. That was the one I was looking for as well. Daddy Day. There are lots, isn't there? What was the one with? What was the one with Arnie? Was that Daddy Daycare? Plotnog Payne says, oh, don't let your mystic stuff... Oh, look, Meghan is not going to turn into a toad. Okay? Meghan can do lots of things. She can make lots of things happen, but the one thing I am pretty positive she can't do is turn herself into a toad. Okay? 9499 says, yes, the copying is the sincerest form of admiration, so I'm happy to be copied by Meghan. Thank you very much. I am her muse. I am most definitely Meghan's muse. I'm just going up a little bit in the way. Cheryl says, I read a really interesting article today, and it is not painting a very good portrait of the British media. Oh, okay. Share it with me. Christine says it was a denim dress by J. Crew. There we go. Right, I'm going to scoot all the way down to the bottom. Oh, in New England we say it, Purdomic. I can't do that. Oh, kindergarten cop. There we go. I see Harry as a more kindergarten cop. I have no idea what... Oh, it's a place. A Potomac. No, I am not going to get that pronunciation. So let's just park that there. Diepad, you did. It was in the live chat somewhere. I mentioned it in the live chat somewhere. Right, I need to move on. Because I've already been rabbiting on for what? 21 minutes. And we have a few more stories to do. So, I'm going to just... the Queen at Balmoral. Right. This is from today. So, it's a link. You can open it or not open it. I will, of course, share the link afterwards in the description. So, if you're watching on catch-up, you can follow along. The Queen was, of course, out today for her usual customary Sunday service. And she was wearing a beautiful blue, like a pale light blue with a gorgeous hat, and she was wearing the Prince Albert brooch. I can see it poking out, and I know because I have one. I have a replica. So again, the Queen is copying me. My goodness, what is it with these people? They always seem to copy me. Now, the Queen's lips seem to match her car today. Is that the Bentley? I think it might be the Bentley. So yes, the Queen's lips are matching today. She is coordinating with style. My foot's just gone to sleep. She is coordinating with style and looking rather gorgeous. I see Charles back with Camilla. So no, Camilla has not been kicked out of the castle. She hasn't been banished to some faraway place. She is most certainly with Charles. So I think the last week or so, I think she probably spent that with her family before they went back to school and all the rest of it. So that's what I think she's been doing. And that's it, it appears. That is... Oh, there's a few more photographs further down. There's a little bit of story on Andrew going back to engagements. Oh, and there's also a story about... see, I've missed so much being away for just one day. There was a story about Charles having to tell Andrew to apologise because Andrew kicked off. I mean, again, it was an insider says, a royal reporter says. I'm thinking that might have been just another sort of, weekend, Saturday, Sunday story. There's no evidence to that whatsoever. It's just gossip. It's just kind of gossipy stuff. The Queen with, she is coordinating today, a lovely matching blue blanket on her lap. My goodness. Looking rather gorgeous. Yeah, and that's kind of it. Oh, there's a few more pictures of Charles and Camilla. Camilla looks really happy, wearing a lovely green outfit, and Charles obviously having a nice... They're having a nice time, aren't they? Who wouldn't? And of course they stay at BURGHLEY when in Balmoral. Let's have a look. I'm just going back up a little tiny bit. Claudia says, isn't the Castle of May on the Balmoral estate? No, it's not. No, it's not. I remember looking once. Charles does have like a bit of a garden there. I'm sure it's not. Let me just check. I will check, but I don't think it is, because I did a I looked once on a map because I wanted to stay nearby. So there we go. Let's have a little look. It's located in Caithness on the north coast of Scotland, about 6 miles west of John O'Groats. So there you go. So no, it's not on the Balmoral estate. Yes, Camilla does look great. I always love what she's wearing, to be quite honest. Yes, disgusting gossip. I would agree. Michael says, but Balmoral seems bland because they do the same things and they need to try and evolve activities. Oh, don't try and evolve activities at Balmoral. It's set in stone. It's pretty much unchanged from Queen Victoria's time. I would quite enjoy it. I mean, we've had the Braemar Games. I made a video on that, which I put in the patrons Facebook group. So the Queen was there. We had no kilt accidents. We had no up kilt shots going on. But they do love the Braemar Games. Like I said, Autumn and Peter Phillips were there too. They do hunting, shooting, fishing, hiking, barbecues, just walks, horse riding, all that kind of thing. So if you like country pursuits, it's good. If you are a bit of a townie or a bit of a city bod, then it's probably not for you. But hey, I think I would like it. I think I'd like the slow pace of life. Maybe everyone needs a little bit of Balmoral life for a few days a year. Elliot says, lipstick shade Bentley. Yes. I definitely think so. Mary says, that's the problem, Elliot. It is set in stone. All looks boring. Oh, well, each to their own, I would say. Each to their own. Now, oh, there's a pronunciation. Actually, the thing is, it's pronounced John O'Groats. Groats. Just kidding, it's not. I should hope so, because I haven't got enough O to do it. Jojo said, did you say Camilla is most certainly with child? No, I did not say Camilla was with child. Who knows? Although there was on the news, there was a lady in her, was she almost 80? She was in her 70s. I can't remember what country it was. But recently, a woman, at least in her 70s, gave birth. So, Camilla could potentially be with child, right as we speak. It could even be triplets. Can you imagine? Yeah, I may have to give myself 2 black fan flaps very, very soon. BD says we should all boycott that 60 minutes negative. Oh, I haven't seen that one. I don't think I want to. I try and avoid that kind of thing. Laurie's laughing. Oh my. It's possible there was a 70-something-year-old woman who gave birth. I'm just saying. 18 the King says it's 74 in India and it was twins. Well, there you go. Camilla is having triplets. Sharona says, when will the Queen return home? October. So I think, is it 5 weeks now? She's got another five weeks-ish. 4 or 5 weeks. The House of Parker Bowles. Yes, the Royal House of Parker Bowles. And the eldest of the triplets, the one out first, is going to usurp William. Oh my! I should start one of these gossip channels, shouldn't I? I can come up with it all, my loves. Oh my goodness! Yes, I might have to start one of these tarot channels. Flossom Pain says Andrew Morton was supported. I get all the scoops. Julie Miller says Camilla and triplets, but she's only got 2 of these. So what's the other one going to feed from? I don't know. Annie M says, what is strange is that Prince Andrew... Oh, I'm not reading Prince Andrew and Epstein stuff. Not until we get a charge now. Because otherwise, it's speculation. It's... No. I'm not being one of those channels. You have to be very, very careful what you say. So unless it moves on and we actually get a charge, then there's something to talk about that's new. So we are moving on from that. Becky says, you are so funny today. I need a bit of lightheartedness. Thank you for coming on and being so wonderful and putting up with my silliness today, because I need a bit of relief. I really do. Hating the King says, sounds like the script of that trash comedy called... Oh, I hate that trash comedy called The Windsors. I watched one episode and I realised it was anti-monarchist, so I turned it off and never watched it again. Is there any news on William and Catherine? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. There was obviously Princess Charlotte in the week going to school. William did an engagement, which I made. He went to Hendon Football Club, which if you haven't seen it, I kind of preset that video to go live. I made the Princess Anne video and the William video before I had the family trouble. So I preset them to go live. So I have made a Princess Anne engagement video for the Merchant Navy, and there is a William video. So I don't know if notifications went out on those, but those videos are there if you want to go and watch them. Veronique says, take care of you. I am trying to take care. It's going to be a bit of a funny week ahead, but hey, we'll get through it. Michael says, why is it such an issue whether the Sussexes visited or not? I'm sure some royals have missed, like Zara and Mike. Nobody's complaining. Double standards. It's just because it's Harry and Meghan. It's as simple as that. And the press, as we know, are out to get them at the moment. So any excuse they are picking on. Did I see the development on Princess Haya? Yes, I did. So apparently she's had an appointment with her her embassy within her native country's embassy. So that gives her or accords her diplomatic protection. So yes, they've definitely made a political move with Princess Haya. Angelica says, I think Camilla has had a hysterectomy. It doesn't matter. In my fake news story, it doesn't matter that she's had a hysterectomy. It's by immaculate conception. It really is. It's immaculate conception, and she is so royal that she doesn't need a womb. It just happens. Yes, my parents are still away until next Monday. Yeah. Juana says, very wise decision regarding the Prince Andrew saga. Leave it to move itself. Well, it's done what it's done at the minute. You know, it is where it is. You know, and until we get the next step, I don't see any merits in commenting on it further, is my point. Sharona says, very English question. Is the weather getting colder up north? Well, Shropshire's middle. It's the middle of the country. And we are slowly transitioning into autumn. If you watch my weekly vlog, which will premiere in 2.5 hours' time on Elliot's British Life, I will show you in there. Hating the King says, the same. Diplomatic immunity means that the Queen can commit a crime anywhere on earth and not face a trial. Yes, the Queen is the super... Oh, another story. The Queen is the super criminal of the world. She goes around committing crime. Oh, that would be a good TV series. Each episode could be a different crime that the Queen commits and gets away with. Oh, my goodness. I need to write a script. I'm going to put it to Netflix. I'm going to write a script and I'm going to put it to Netflix. And I'm going to have a show and I'm going to have billions of viewers. Billions. Literally billions of viewers. Not millions, billions. Trillions. I'm going to have 1 trillion people. Even though there's not 1 trillion people on the planet, I am going to have trillions of viewers, even from aliens. I will be beamed into outside space. Sharona says, it being very in the evening, the last 3 nights here in Cambridgeshire, wearing a knitted jumper. Yes, I have had to wear a cardi. I have worn my cardigan a few times, including today. Shibli Meefos says, oh Elliot, you're on a roll. I need one of these fake channels so that I can put out garbage. I really do. It's just coming out tonight. Diepad says, you're having a Trump moment with your billions. I'm having billions. Yes, I am having billions. Hysterectomy was necessary to make more room for Charles. The hysterectomy, oh my goodness. You could take that comment any way you want. Leslie says, I'm dying laughing. Camilla is too royal and doesn't need a uterus. Your best ever. It's divine. She has had a divine intervention. Gilbert says, don't beam away. I'm trying. Elliot Poodle says, I want to be the costume and set director. Ooh, yes. What shall I call it? What shall my new TV series be? Something to do with the Queen and crime. Somebody think. Hitting the King says, diplomatic immunity means a diplomat facing charges is only supposed to face trial in their own country. But since the Queen cannot face trial in the UK, it means she can do anything she wants. In that case, I'm definitely writing a script. My goodness, that would be amazing. Thank you to Mariana. Now, is there anything else that I put? Oh, Lady Louise Windsor was at the Burghley horse trials along with Mother Countess of Wessex, Sophie. Again, I have some photographs. I'm going to quickly go down. You know, I was only going to come on here for half an hour, but it's probably going to be an hour, isn't it? With all what's going on. So here are the Lady Louise pictures. So isn't she growing up? And she looks like a taller version of the Queen. Now she's already at least as tall as Mother Sophie, and looking very lovely. I have to say, I've always admired Lady Louise, and I don't know what I expect from her in later life. I don't think she's going to have a royal role, but I don't know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued by her. She's always been one of those figures that I've been intrigued by. Second photograph, she's in is that a cockpit? What is it? A cockpit? Oh, yes, a Red Arrow cockpit. Smiling. Oh, she looks like the Queen in that picture. Definitely. And she's still got her braces on. I can comment on braces. I had them myself, so I can comment on braces. She's got the fixed ones with the wire. So she's got that going on. I know what it's like. I've been through it myself. But looking lovely, carrying a handbag. I approve. I like a good handbag coverage. Now it doesn't look like a structured bag. If I had a bag, I'd need a nice structured one. I like a bit of structure. Sophie looking gorgeous. Actually, she's reminding me of Diana in the top half of what she's wearing, and then the skirt. Oh, is it skirt or trousers? Skirt, like a red and white and pink stripe, which is looking which kind of makes it fresh, kind of updates it a bit. She's pictured with sporting presenter Claire Balding, who is, you know, a national favourite. And yes, of course, loving the horses. Is that emerald earrings? I think it's emerald earrings, my loves. Yes. Now, has Sophie had something done? Do you know what, my loves? She's looking younger. I'm looking at a picture. It's kind of side on, hair in a pony, and I don't know. I don't know if she's had anything done. I really don't. But she's looking rather good. Quite young, I have to say. Yes, it is Jamie's future wife. HM the King's future wife. I think I've always said it would be a good match. I am a bit of a matchmaker. Let's go down a bit. HM the King says, I always felt bad for Queen Victoria. She never got the chance to find out about a gastric bypass. Did you see the size of the undercrackers? My goodness. The court jester, yes. Sharona said, sorry for missing out words, it being very cold the last 3 nights in Cambridgeshire. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it's not terribly cold up here in Shropshire, but it's getting there. Susan says, my parents always said, if people talk about you, that means that you're special. So Prince Harry and Meghan are very special with all the talking. Let's go with that. Murder we wrote. No, Murder One wrote. Murder One wrote. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm calling it. Oh, like where is Carmen Sandiego? Where is your Royal Majesty? Where is your Royal Majesty? I know that's not technically, she's not called your Royal Majesty, but I was trying to make it fit the words. Don't start with me. The Cloud of Air. Ooh, yes, I'm liking these names. These name suggestions are really good. Call the movie Her Royal Majesty, International Intrigue and Sinister Escapades. That's a mouthful. Yes, I think she's beautiful and striking too. Sharona says, Lady Louise may do charity work like the York Princesses. It's possible. I mean, technically, she is technically a princess. Maybe she'll upgrade herself when she's older. I don't know. Let's have a look. Jamie's getting Dawn back for that. Do family members need an invitation to join the Queen? They have to plan it. I mean, it would only be an invitation in the form of they need to plan where to put people and when people are coming and going. So it does need to be planned. So yes, I think that they would need to, you know, accept an invitation. But then it would all have to be coordinated. I think she's pretty too. And I think Jamie would look very nice next to her. Jill says, is it bedtime? I am exhausted. I fell asleep earlier on the sofa with Rory on my chest. But no, I have to stay up until 12 because I have a premiere going on with my weekly vlog. Then I'll go to bed. I'm laughing at Jamie's GIF suggestion because I've seen the GIF. Orain, Oran, is it Oran or Orain? Let me know. Thank you. I will update you in the weekly vlog. Where in the world is Elizabeth Regina? Oh, I like that one. Yes, where in the world is Elizabeth Regina? If the King says upgrade herself, it's not Pokemon. Well, cut me some slack. It's been a busy couple of days. Yes, well, she can upgrade herself because technically I'm under the belief that when she gets to... Oh, it may even be 16. It could be 18. But I think that you can choose to, you know, accept the title that you are entitled to. So she could technically upgrade herself. Sharona says, can't believe it's Eugenie's first wedding anniversary in only a month from now. Yes, it was an autumn wedding, wasn't it? Where has the time gone indeed? Pronounced Orain. There we go. Orain it is. Now, did I miss anything? I don't know. I've got an itchy nose tonight. I'm not picking my nose. I'm itching the tip. It's itchy. I think I've spoken about most of the things. Oh yes, we had Meghan and Harry tour details, but I'm not going to go on to that again because I made a full-on video about that. So if you want the full tour details, not just a little bit of details, if you want the full details, and I mean 6 pages worth of me reading tour details, go watch my full tour details video because you will have everything, not just an abridged version that the press have published, the full version. Go watch it. Anything says, Lady Louise, you've reached level 6 princess mode unlocked. It works just like that. It is exactly like that. Yes. Anything the King says, I'd marry just for that honour. I mean, the Queen's had lots of dogs. She must have had one called Gin at one point, and the other Tonic, I'm sure. The Great Bilby says, it's the top right side of your nose that itches. It means that your lover is coming home soon. It was the top right-hand side. Oh, no. He's at work. Bella says, my tiara is lovely today. Thank you. It is the... Did I say... Not the festoon tiara. To be honest, I forgot the name. My mind has gone blank today. Anyway, it's the Queen's wedding tiara. There we go. I think it might even... No, it's not the festoon tiara. That's another tiara that I've got. There we go. But it is the Queen's wedding tiara. Mind gone blank. Someone help me. Werner says, when the Queen passes, will some of the lesser royals take on more of a major role? I believe so. I'm not quite sure about Lady Louise, But it's always been my belief that the York princesses, I think, will probably step up a bit. I think there'll be a need for them. Hopefully, Louise too. I would more than welcome Louise into the working royal fold, but I definitely think the York princesses. The fringe tiara, that's what I was thinking of, the fringe tiara. Why did that escape me? I don't know. I'm tired, my loves, and the brain isn't working. Hayden the King says, the Queen reached level 8 in 1952. Oh, she is, yeah, she's fully evolved. She is fully evolved. Cindy says, you look very relaxed and happy. I'm trying to be happy. Yes. I'm trying to take my mind off things. Francis says, did Serena win her match? No. And yes, Meghan really was there. Is Lady Louise becoming a princess? She could, potentially. I mean, she already actually technically is one. By letters patent. I believe George V's letters patent. Under the royal family rules, she is technically HRH and princess. So she would technically be Her Royal Highness Princess Louise of Wessex. However, her parents, with the agreement of the Queen, upon her birth, agreed not to style her as the HRH, which is her birthright, and the title of princess, which is her birthright. So, as those rules weren't amended, technically she still is. Just she isn't styled that way. So, when she's older, technically she could choose to style herself the way that she is entitled to be under British law. So yes, technically she could upgrade herself. I know we've been joking about Pokemon upgrading herself, but technically she could. Are the older royals allowed to retire? Well, yes. I mean, the Duke of Edinburgh retired. However, they usually leave it till they're very old. Let's put it that way. Tammy says, we love you and your dedication. Make sure you take care of yourself. I'm trying. Thank you. Elder Poodle says, you are a most caring grandson. Thank you. Pat Long says, you are fully forgiven. You and the family are going through a rough patch, but we all love and support you. Thank you. In fact, I am going to go in a moment. I don't think there was anything else that is there anything else I chose? Let me just check. No, I've done Meghan. I've done everything. Yay! I think I finally caught up. Is there any stories that I've missed? If you can think of anything really quickly, just type it really quickly. Sharona says, oh, I have written a letter to Prince Michael to ask if he knows anything new on the Romanov children's burial. Oh yes, he knows a lot about the royal collection and the royal his family history. Basically, he's an expert. He did go to Russia for the 100-year service last year. I don't know is the answer. I don't know if there's been any updates, but who knows? If you get a reply, please post it in the Royal Reviewer and Friends group. Alicia says, I would definitely style myself as a princess if I was entitled to be one. I think it would only be useful at this point to Louise if she had pretty much a cast iron guarantee that she could become a working royal. Otherwise, it may encumber her if she wanted to earn money privately. So, she'd have to seriously weigh it up. Hitting the King says, retire isn't in the monarch. It's the Duke of Edinburgh did, but obviously he left it, late. What big news did I forget to talk about? Remind me of the big news. Lisa says, goodbye, I'll be watching your premiere. Thank you, and I will welcome you back later. Vernon says, so Louise and Archie can decide what they want to be. Technically, yes. I mean, obviously, Archie, apart from being the courtesy title of Earl of Dumbarton, he will only get that choice when Charles becomes king. So when Charles becomes king, technically, he will be in the same position as Lady Louise. By law, he will be a HRH. By law, he will be a prince. So he would be His Royal Highness Prince Archie of Sussex. But I've got a feeling Harry and Meghan might not style him that way. I think they'll do the same as what Edward and Sophie did, and the same as what Princess Anne did. So, technically speaking, when he gets old enough, he could choose to take up that style, unless Charles or William, at that point, issued new letters patent to change it. But I don't think they would. So unless anything changes, technically we go by George V's letters patent, which do entitle them to be known as, well, to hold those titles. No, there is no royal manual. Some people must think it's about this thick. It doesn't exist, people. The big news, do I not remember? No, I have no clue. You're going to have to tell me, but I do think you're messing. Thank you to Angelica. Yes, royals do retire, but they're usually pretty old when they do. LD Poodle wants to know the news too. Candice says, I read some time ago that a disgruntled footman had fed one of the Queen's corgis whiskey and it passed. I've not heard that story. I wonder if that's true. I hadn't heard that one. Alicia says, being born a royal is like a birth lottery. Yes, it's only an accident of birth that I'm not royal myself. Right, I'm going to have to... Right, Jamie, stop teasing me. There is no big news. What? What's that? Oh, you're going to tell us next week. Okay, well, tell us on Patreon. Right, I'm going to go now because... And don't be late. 2 hours time for my premiere on Elliot's British Life. So hop on over to there and set the reminder. So if you have enjoyed this vlog, we've had a really good catch up. Thank you for watching. Do all the like, subscribe, share, business, hit the bell, and thank you so much for watching. So from me in Shropshire, mwah, to you all, and goodbye.